Alright, it is Thursday, March 21st, 2019 at 8:13 p.m. Alright, it is the equinox, the spring equinox, but also today I'm making this video about two hurricanes that are happening over Australia. Um, right now, Australia braces for twin cyclones. A state of emergency declared in Northern Territory. Parts of Northern Australia are being evacuated as the region braces for two cyclones to make landfall in the coming days, one of which has the potential to be the region's most powerful storm in years. Cyclone Trevor is expected to strengthen and hit the Northern Territory on Saturday as the equivalent of a Category 3 or 4 Atlantic hurricane, bringing with it destructive winds up to 155 miles an hour, heavy rain, and storm surges. To Trevor's west, Cyclone Veronica has strengthened to the equivalent of a Category 3 hurricane since Wednesday. It is expected to peak in intensity offshore before making landfall Sunday as a weaker system. Authorities have declared a state of emergency in the Gulf of Carpentaria ahead of Trevor's arrival. The Northern Territory is now undertaking the largest evacuation ahead of cyclone in its history, Chief Minister Michael Gunner said at a Thursday press conference. Trevor's predicted path over the warm waters of Australia's Gulf of Carpentaria and the region's current atmospheric conditions could cause it to strengthen and become extremely dangerous, Australia's Bureau of Meteorology added. The deadliest cyclone to hit the territory was severe tropical Cyclone Tracy, which killed 49 people in the capital over Christmas in 1974. Alright, let's take a look at this other article. Australia threatened by two tropical cyclones this weekend. You see here in this video, people are evacuating their area as the two cyclones are approaching. Tropical Cyclone Trevor is expected to make a second landfall in the Northern Territory by this weekend. Evacuations have already occurred and an emergency was declared in parts of the Northern Territory. Tropical Cyclone Veronica is a powerful storm northwest of Australia. Veronica will make landfall in Western Australia this weekend. Two tropical cyclones, Trevor and Veronica, are expected to bring heavy rainfall, flooding, and damaging winds to part of Australia into this weekend. Up first is Tropical Cyclone Trevor, which actually already made the first landfall earlier this week as the equivalent of a Category 3 hurricane in Cape York Peninsula in northern Queensland. Heavy rain and strong winds there resulted in downed trees and power outages, as well as closed schools and roads. More than 10 inches of rain have fallen over the past week in parts of Cape York Peninsula, with wind gusts of 73 miles an hour, which have been measured. Alright, heavy rainfall and dangerous storm surge and strong winds are expected near where the center of the storm tracks. Gusts over 75 miles per hour may develop Friday night local time along the Northern Territory coast, with increasing winds into Saturday. An emergency was declared into communities along the western Gulf of Carpentaria ahead of the second landfall, and about 2,000 people were being evacuated from remote, mostly indigenous communities on the east coast of the Northern Territory, the Associated Press reported. Farther west, Tropical Cyclone Veronica is the equivalent of a Category 3 hurricane north of Western Australia. It is anticipated to maintain its strength or slightly intensify into at least Friday night, as environmental conditions will likely remain favorable. Some weakening is likely prior to landfall. Veronica is expected to move slowly over the next few days and will make landfall in northern Western Australia this weekend. Destructive winds, dangerous storm surge, and heavy rainfall are expected close to where Veronica comes ashore on the Pilbara coast of Western Australia. This large stretch of coastline has roughly 50,000 people. Veronica is a large system capable of strong winds over a large area. Wind gusts over 60 miles per hour are possible beginning Friday night local time, and wind gusts over 100 miles per hour as it approaches the coast later this weekend. Flooding is a concern due to heavy rain that is anticipated. Some locations could see rainfall totals more than 12 inches. Be sure to check back. Alright, so let's take a look now at WXCHARTS to see their hurricanes as they approach the coastline. You see here, they will go inland and then move on eastward from there. But let's take a loop back at it. As they approach the coastline, they will be 906 millibars. That's pretty low. Let's take a look at the lowest Veronica goes. Yeah, 906 to 906 millibars right there. That's the lowest this chart shows, but I've heard it could go lower. Hopefully it does not, but if it does, pray for the people in Australia because it is getting hit with 2 hurricanes at the same time. Alright guys, that's it for the video. Hit like and subscribe for more news and headlines. See you guys next time. God bless.